Sunderland nil, Manchester United nil, and it finishes all square at the Stadium of Light. The points are shared between the two sides. In what was a little bit of a poor game in terms of for Manchester United, especially going forward, though defensively as well, we did kind of give a couple of chances to Sunderland as well, and I think probably Sunderland are a little bit unlucky to be coming away with just a point. On the balance of play in terms of the first and second half, Sunderland probably did deserve the 3 points, but yeah, both sides are coming away with a point each. In terms of the starting 11, let's speak a little bit about that a little bit. So you had Lammens starting net, you had a back four of Mazraoui, Maguire, Martinez and Shaw. Two in midfield, the two defensive midfielders were Mount and Mainu. Then you had a front three of Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes and Cunha up front, in behind Joshua Zirkzee. So the only changes from my lineup was that a couple of changes actually. Mazraoui, Mount, Ahmad and Zirkzee started ahead of Dalot, Casemiro and Mbeumo and Sesko. So Sesko was out of the matchday squad and so was Casemiro as well, surprisingly. I think Sesko was doubtful for the game, so that's why Michael Carrick didn't necessarily want to risk him, and Mbeumo was on the bench, so was Dalot. However, Casemiro missed out on the matchday squad, and I'm not sure the reason why Casemiro wasn't in the matchday squad, but yeah, in terms of the first half, Sunderland started better than us. After a Talbi has a shot which is blocked, he pops up again on the left side of the area, having exchanged passes with Lefi. The winger then curls a shot narrowly wide off the right hand post. Then in the 7th minute, Sunderland have a chance which they should score from, but Lammens comes to the rescue. It's Sadiki who wins possession, then links up with Brobbey and Lefi, the latter of whom feeds a through ball back into Sadiki's path. He aims for the bottom left corner, but Lammens dives down to tip the ball away. Then in the 10th minute, Ahmad has a chance. Bruno Fernandes opts against shooting with his free kick from just outside the area, instead switching the ball towards Ahmad. The former Sunderland loanee then sweeps a first time strike wide off the left hand post. Then in the 29th minute, Joshua Zirkzee has a header, meeting a cross from Cunha. Zirkzee rises up highest in the centre of the area, however he can't quite get above the ball and his header zips over the crossbar. Then in the 34th minute, Sunderland have a chance as well. Sadiki this time shoots wide. Once again the midfielder comes close as Brobbey holds the ball up and sets himself to strike from inside the area. This time Sadiki's low drive is deflected and just past the left hand post. So yeah, that was about it in terms of half time. In terms of first half chances, in terms of the first half, Man United had 48% possession compared to Sunderland's 52%, but with that we had 4 shots. We didn't have a shot on target in the first half, unfortunately, so 0 shots on target, 0.30 xg. And Sunderland on the other hand, they had 10 shots, 3 on target and had an xg of 0.97. So in terms of the first half performance, in my opinion, it was a poor first half for United. We lacked cutting edge going forward. We didn't really create anything of note. Like I said, we had 0 shots on target in the first half, so it was a poor first half in my opinion. And yeah, even though Sunderland weren't able to get past us, we weren't great going forward. But yeah, in terms of the second half, Brobbey has a chance in the 63rd minute and Lammens has to come to the rescue again. Lefay slips a low ball into the feet of Brobbey on the edge of the area, and after holding off Maguire, the latter goes for the bottom left corner. However, United's Belgian goalkeeper gets down quickly to parry away. Then in the 65th minute, United make a substitution. Zirkzee does go off for Dogu, and then in the 71st minute, Sunderland hit the post. I think this was the best chance of the game. After a neat 1-2 with Brobbey on the very brink of the box, Geertruida steers his low shot along the wet surface and against the base of the left upright. Then United make a substitution in the 75th minute. You have Ahmad go off for Mbeumo. And then there's a red card check. I think this Angulo needlessly brushes his outstretched arm across the face of Bruno Fernandes, who naturally topples down to the turf. The ball was already gone. Fortunately for the Sunderland substitute, a brief VAR check backs the referee's decision not to take any further action. Then United have a couple of chances at the end of the game. This is in the 92nd minute. Cunha's cutback from the left side of the area is flicked again by Mazraoui, and the ball runs nicely for Bruno Fernandes, but he can't quite find the target, though a sweeping a deflected shot wide off the left-hand post. Then in the 93rd minute, Cunha has a shot which goes straight at Roofs. After being teed up by Dorgu's low cross, the Brazilian striker fails to find a corner. Instead, he fires a shot down the middle, allowing Roofs to keep the scoreline level. So that was United's probably best chance in the 93rd minute. And Mbeumo has a chance at the end from a Bruno Fernandes corner. He swings in a corner, and Mbeumo has a free volley at the kind of on the edge of the area, but it's blocked by Sunderland, and then that was about it really in terms of chances. It was a poor spectacle in my opinion. I was a little bit bored watching the game because neither side. Sunderland were better than United in terms of going forward, but United weren't great in my opinion. It was a poor game by United in my opinion, and Sunderland started better than us and overall had the better chances than United as well. And Sunderland are going to be feeling a little bit unfortunate that they aren't coming away with the 3 points. But overall, it was a poor game. It was a boring game in my opinion. And yeah, unfortunately, Bruno Fernandes isn't coming away with the assist or anything in my opinion. Bruno Fernandes started in the number 10 position, Mount in behind in the central defensive midfield position. But, they couldn't really have done anything. It was quite an attacking lineup. But unfortunately, we weren't able to kind of, break the deadlock or come away with the 3 points. Let's get into the player ratings, and then we'll take a look at the stats as well, because I think that Sunderland are dominated the stats, I think. But let's get into the player ratings just now. So Lammens has got a 8.9 here, and I think that Lammens probably was man of the match overall. Probably Roofs has got a 7.5 as well. Let me check how many saves Roofs made. Well, he had to make a total of 1 save, so that's not really good enough. We didn't work Sunderland's goalkeeper nowhere near enough, whereas Lammens, he's had to make a couple saves there. He's had to make 4 saves, and that's probably why he's coming away with an 8.9 rating. 18 out of 32 accurate passes, 8 out of 22 long balls. We are coming away with a clean sheet, so that's good for the defence and Lammens as well. Defensively, we were okay. We did give Sunderland a couple of chances, unfortunately, but yeah. Mazraoui, 33 out of 38, 87% pass accuracy. Duels, he's won 7 out of 7, so he's won the majority of his duels, so he's done well there. 1 out of 1 successful dribbles, 1 out of 1 accurate long balls. I thought Mazraoui had a decent game. He was alright in terms of in possession as well and getting down that right side. Maguire, 37 out of 41, 90% pass accuracy, 2 out of 5 duels won, so he could be doing better there. And then Lisandro Martinez, he was involved in a little bit of an altercation with a Sunderland player. I think he possibly could have been lucky to be staying on the pitch, because I think he does take a little bit of a swipe at him, but it doesn't make full contact. But 66 out of 79 accurate passes with 84%, 4 out of 5 duels won, so that's decent. Luke Shaw, 34 out of 42 accurate passes with 81%. 3 out of 6 duels won, so that's decent as well. And obviously with the back 4 coming away with the clean sheet as well. Mason Mount, I thought he was okay in that defensive midfield position. Sometimes though, I think he did vacate his position there, and then kind of leading to Sunderland counter-attacks and Sunderland chances on the break. But 33 out of 39 accurate passes, 85%. He's not won as many duels as he would have liked, of course. Only 4 out of 12 duels won, so possibly could be doing better there. Kobbie Mainoo, 61 out of 66 accurate passes with 92%. Didn't win a single duel, unfortunately, so he's won 0 out of 4 duels won. And then Ahmad, with the 19 out of 21 accurate passes with 90%. I don't remember him creating too much. I can't see his chances created. 0 chances created, which isn't great in my opinion, so that needs to be better. In terms of his duels, he's won 4 out of 9, so possibly could be doing better there with his duels won as well. And then Bruno Fernandes, he created the joint most chances of the match with 4. Unfortunately, he's not coming away with any assists. Like I said, 42 out of 55 accurate passes. And in terms of his duels, he's won 1 out of 5. So a little bit of a disappointing game for Bruno Fernandes. Usually, he's created his 4 chances, which isn't bad. But, unfortunately, he's not coming away with any assists. But yeah, and then Matheus Cunha, I thought he was probably our best attacker. I think 23 out of 30 accurate passes, 77%, and 10 duels he's won 5 out of 8, which is decent. And then Xerxes, I thought he was a little bit quiet in my opinion. I would much rather prefer Sesko in that position. Xerxes had this one chance in the 28th minute, which was a header which went over the bar. 12 out of 18 accurate passes was 67%, and then four out of 11 duels won, so possibly could be doing better there. But yeah, that's about it in terms of the starters. And then Dorgu came on in the 65th minute. 9 out of 10 accurate duels. 9 out of 10 accurate passes, 90%. 2 out of 5 duels won, and then finally, Brandon Boomer came on. Didn't really offer too much. Only on the pitch for 15 minutes. Didn't win the duel which he was involved in, which was an aerial duel. So yeah, overall a little bit of a disappointing game that we aren't coming away with the 3 points. But I think Sunderland probably did edge it in terms of the stats. If you have a look at the stats here, Sunderland overall, we're one shot on target by United, which simply isn't nowhere near good enough. If you want to be, winning a game of football. Sorry, but yeah, I think this was the only shot which on target in the 93rd minute of injury time. Not good enough going forward, nowhere near good enough going forward in my opinion. Yeah, 11 shots, 1 on target, nowhere near good enough. Whereas Sunderland, 15 shots, 4 on target. Sunderland with the 27 touches in the opposition box. United with 21. 1 big chance for Sunderland, 1 big chance missed as well. And Man United didn't create a single big chance, so 0 big chances missed as well. So overall, not good enough going forward for Man United. It's unfortunate because I really want Bruno Fernandes to break that Premier League assist record. He's so close on 19 Premier League assists. There you can see there 19 assists. 19 Premier League assists and 8 goals for Bruno Fernandes this season. He's 2 assists away from breaking that record, and hopefully he can do so. But it's just a little bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to do it there. Sunderland as well, not the greatest side. They're coming up from the Championship. We really should be dispatching Sunderland. But yeah, unfortunately it wasn't to be. In terms of the league table, let's take a quick look at the league table. United sit in 3rd still, of course. We weren't going to move position whether we won, lost or drew this game. So because, we're 6 points ahead of Liverpool. Liverpool drew today against Chelsea. We are 6 points behind Manchester City, but of course we're not going to be able to catch them because they're too far ahead at this point. But yeah, so it looks like as if we are going to be finishing in 3rd place, which it would be a decent Premier League finish, obviously improving from last season, which we finished in 15th. So that's really good. But decent league season in terms of finishing 3rd. I think Arsenal and City are ahead of everyone else in the league. Obviously, if we can show the level of consistency after Michael Carrick took charge, if we show that level of consistency from the start of the season, then there's no reason as to why we can't be challenging for the Premier League title next season. But yeah, overall, disappointed with the performance, disappointed with the result. I think if you have a look at the stats, like I mentioned, Sunderland probably do deserve to be coming away with the victory. They've got 1.17 expected goals compared to United's 0.66. So Sunderland probably do deserve to be coming away with the victory here. And like I said, 1 shot on target in the 93rd minute, is not enough to be winning a game of football. So that's really unfortunate for us. Sunderland dominating the shots as well, the passes, duels. We won more ground duels than Sunderland, but aerial duels they beat us quite heavily there with 17 compared to our 8. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but disappointing. And disappointing kind of result, disappointing performance as well. But hopefully we can improve. Next up, we do have Nottingham Forest at home, so hopefully we can come away with all 3 points in that game as well. But yeah, disappointing. It was a poor game of football, poor spectacle, but it is what it is. We've got Champions League football secured for next season, which is the only thing that matters. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this review, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.